So yeah, we were pushed out. Yeah, that's the main reason. Okay, so before you tell me about what we learned last Wednesday, I have a question for you. Hence, we study for 1 hour on Sunday in the evening. Yeah, to make up for last week. Yeah, last week I was absent. Yeah, I couldn't teach you. So, shall we meet on Sunday? Yeah, we'll study for 1 hour. 1 hour only. Will you be busy on Sunday? Sure. By the way, last week I told my boss that I couldn't teach many classes. Yeah, but I haven't told her that I couldn't teach you. Yeah, so that's why we have to study to make up for last week. You know what I mean, right? Do you hear me, Phương Ánh?
Yeah. Study on Sunday.
Study on Sunday. We will study on Sunday.
No.
No. Okay. Okay, now let's talk about what we learned last Wednesday. Okay, do it.
Politics. Politics.
Okay, so what is politics? Can you tell me more about it? Give me a
What is
definition.
politics? Politics is politics. How people govern a country.
No.
No.
Okay, so governor, president, policy maker are the people who govern the country. Okay, not politics. Okay, so politics is the art or science of government or governing. Okay, you remember that, right? Okay, so now let's continue. I said
Politics không phải là chính trị à?
politics là chính trị em, là
Ừ.
cái chính sách, những cái những cái cách để mà người ta điều hành một quốc gia em. Nhưng
Thì
mà
em bảo là
kiểu như
how the
mình dịch ra
people govern the country. Như thế cũng không đúng à?
how the people govern the country. Nhưng mà we are not talking about people here. Politics is not it's not defined as the person or something like it's about the
Em bảo
art.
là người ta chỉ vì một đất nước thôi, chứ không bảo là ai là chỉ vì đâu, không phải con người à?
So you mentioned that people, that's wrong. Okay, so it's not about the people.
How the people govern the country, not the people who govern the country.
Not really. I really don't agree with that. Okay, move on. A set of basic laws and principles that a country is governed by. Tell me about that. Constitution, that's correct. Okay, move on. Yes, so on occasion, when people vote to choose someone for an official position.
An election.
That's right. A group of people who govern a country or state.
The government.
Okay, so that's right. A system in which a country is ruled by a king or queen.
Monarchy.
Yeah. That's right. It seems that you remember quite well the knowledge that I taught you last Wednesday. Okay, so now let's talk about tôi đang nghiêng về phía một người nào đó thì nó sao?
I'm leaning toward somebody.
I'm leaning towards somebody. Okay, so vấn đề riêng tư.
Personal.
Personal.
Personal. Um, question.
Personal. Watching là sao em?
Personal question. A
Mhm.
personal question.
Personal question. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to next part of the lesson. Okay, so we spend a lot of time talking about our previous lesson. Yeah, and because of my poor internet connection too. Okay, so we will study for 5 minutes to make up for that. Okay, so we'll talk about politics. So here's a non-count nouns that represent abstract ideas. Okay, so let's repeat after me, please. Education is an important issue.
Education is an important issue.
Okay, so not the education is an important issue.
Not education an important issue.
Not education are an important issue.
Not education an important issue.
Education em, chứ không phải edu nha.
Education.
News about politics is always interesting.
News about the politics is always interesting.
Okay, it's not news about the politics is always interesting.
Not a are not new about politics is always interesting.
Not news about politics are always interesting.
Not news about politics are always interesting.
Okay, so here are some nouns for abstract ideas, okay? Advice,
Advice,
crime,
crime,
education, health,
education,
health information, investment,
health, information, investment,
justice, life, news,
justice, life, news,
patient, peace, politics, poverty, poverty,
patient, peace, politics, poverty, poverty,
progress, yeah, poverty, yeah, progress, proof, success,
progress, growth, success,
time, work.
time, work.
Okay, now let's do this exercise. It's very easy. Okay, so number one, ow, ow. So it's a non-count now, right? What does non-count means? What does
Only
non-count? Yeah. So what's another way to call non-count? Yeah. What's another way to say non-count?
I don't know.
Uncountable. Okay.
Uncountable.
Countable.
Okay.
Yeah. Countable, uncountable. Okay. So I'll do this. Number one,
Our
please.
advice to you, our advice to you is to is to avoid discussing politics.
Yeah. So advice, this advice or advices. Advice or advices.
Advice
Yeah, that's correct. Is okay. Number two.
poverty. Poverty was the topic of the international conference.
International conference. Okay, so poverty was or was
Was
okay. Number three. Wait, number three.
both candidates both candidates have programs for health and education.
Yeah. Okay,
Education.
that's correct. Number four.
Making peace takes a lot of work, work and a long time.
Okay. So work or works.
Work,
Work. Only work.
work.
Okay. So do you think that work is uncountable now? Do you think that work is an uncountable now?
Yes,
Okay. So wait for me 1 second. Here. So oh, job task uncountable. Oh my. Okay, so I thought it was countable. I used to. Okay, so you are correct. That's right. Okay, number five.
good news
Good
is
news em. Cái đó đọc là news. Chứ không phải là news
good
đâu em. Ừ.
news. Good news is hard to find in the newspaper these days.
Mhm. Okay, move on. Let's do this exercise. Okay, so let's read it aloud. Just read it aloud and remember to correct the errors. Okay, so is there anything wrong with this sentence?
Here's some political information about the election. The good news is that both candidates have programs for education. The
Mhm.
liberal the liberal candidate Billsley say financial financial
Financial em.
financial have for for have for the school for the school have for school have for school questions of the justice, right? I don't
Mhm.
know. I'm not sure
Well,
about
yeah.
this.
So you have to eliminate the here, okay, and the here, okay, for school.
Not there for school, right?
Ừ.
The policy has
Có nhiều
the
cách để mà nói
policy.
khi mà mình nói chung á, được không em? Thì mình nói là the poor là người ta đang nói chung là những người nghèo đúng không em? Đúng không? Như vậy thì mình kêu là the school là đang nói chung tất cả các trường học rồi. Còn nếu mà em bỏ the đi thì school nó phải có s được không em? Thì dưới đây nó sẽ dư cái chữ the được không em? Dư cái chữ the. Còn cái justice hồi nãy á, thì nó đâu có cần the đâu. Hồi nãy nó nằm ở trong cái list của những cái từ gọi là non-count nouns for abstract ideas là được không em? It's a question of justice là được rồi. Được không em? Is there any question?
Policy has affected the quality of the schools and
Ừ.
students from school in poor area doesn't have don't have a success.
Don't have a success. Cái hình như success nó không có vấn đề gì hết này, bình thường. Don't have a success. Nhưng mà theo như thầy biết là Khan nó achieve success. Achieve success mình nên bỏ ở đây luôn em. Bỏ nha. Bỏ ok. Achieve success. Bỏ luôn. Ok em. So well, what else? What else did you eliminate? Em còn
The
có từ nào nữa?
poverty has affected the quality of the of the school without access, and students from schools in poor area don't have a success.
Don't have a success. Don't have a success. Ok. Don't have success thôi nha. Bỏ luôn. Bỏ nhé. Ok,
Thì em
so.
mở mà.
Hình
Em
như
mở
thầy
đấy
nghe.
rồi.
Thầy vẫn nghe em đọc chứ. Ok.
Don't have a success. Đang
Ừ.
ở bên chỗ bên trên nữa là không có the
À.
poverty đúng không ạ?
Ừ.
Poverty has affected
Bỏ đờ ở
the
đây luôn
quality
em.
of
Đờ bỏ luôn em. Còn ở đây thì bỏ như đây cũng bỏ đờ luôn em. Bỏ đờ luôn. Mà cái câu này nó viết khá là nó sao sao á, nó viết nó lặp lại hai chữ form school rồi school nữa, thấy nó viết dở làm sao á em. Rồi lại vậy, tiếp tục em. Câu tiếp theo, she believes.
John Clark's the conservative candidates disagree. She believes a progress has been made by investing in teacher education.
In teacher education, đúng rồi em. Tiếp em.
Her advice advice her advice is to keep the old policy. Creating better school takes the time uh, and patience.
Vậy thì what did you eliminate? What did you eliminate? Em bỏ
Uh,
chữ nào?
policy. The before is wait a minute. Advice. Her advice is not
Okay.
to keep uh our policy, right? Not sure.
That's correct. That's correct. Advice without S. Okay. Advice without S. What else? What about this sentence? How do you correct it?
Creating better school. Better school. Take time and patience.
That's correct. Sure. That's correct. Okay. So, yeah, one more thing. Yeah, I forgot to correct it for you. Okay, so help without S. Okay. Without S. Help without S. Okay, so let's learn. One more thing. Do you have any question before we move on?
No.
Okay, move on. Okay, so let's learn some new vocabularies.
Read and listen.
Radical,
liberal,
moderate,
conservative,
reactionary,
Now listen again.
Okay, just read them aloud for me, please. Radical, supporting complete political or social change.
Radical, supporting complete political or social change.
Liberal, supporting changes in political, social, or religious system that respect the different belief, ideas of other people. A liberal.
Liberal, supporting change in political, social, or religious system respect the different belief, idea of other people. Or liberal.
Okay. Radical, nếu mà mình dùng cho tính từ á, được không em? A person with a radical belief, được không em? Kiểu như vậy. Radical nó đi với chữ belief nè. Nếu mà mình dùng là a radical thôi là một cái người có chủ nghĩa cực đoan, được không em? Theo họ muốn cái sự thay đổi nó phải rõ rệt, được không em? Kiểu như vậy, thay đổi mà gần như là 180 độ á, được không em? Kiểu như vậy. Rồi liberal là người theo chủ nghĩa tự do, được không em? Người ta ủng hộ những cái thay đổi về mặt chính trị, xã hội, tôn giáo, được không em? Nhưng mà người ta vẫn tôn trọng cái sự khác biệt của họ với người khác, được không em? Gọi là người theo chủ nghĩa tự do, kiểu vậy. Moderate, having opinions or beliefs, especially about politics, that are not extreme and that most people consider reasonable or sensible. A moderate.
Moderate, having opinions or beliefs, especially about politics, that are not extreme and that most people consider reasonable or sensible. A moderate.
Conservative, referring to continue to do things as they have been done in the past rather than risking changes. A conservative.
Conservative, preferring to continue to do things as they have been done in the past rather than risking change. A conservative.
Changes nha em. Changes.
Changes. A
Okay.
conservative.
Okay, so what does moderate means in Vietnamese? Can you help me translate that?
Có quan tư tưởng đồng nghiệp về chính trị không? Are not and that most people consider reasonable or I don't know.
Là nếu mình dịch ra thì nó có thể gọi là cái ý tưởng của người ta gọi là sao, hợp lý, được không em? Và dễ hiểu, reasonable or sensible, kiểu như vậy. Conservative là bảo thủ, đúng không em? Là người ta thích theo cái đường lối mà như như xưa tới bây giờ vẫn không thay đổi, được không em? Cái quan điểm của họ không thay đổi, họ không có thích phải sao ta, liều, risking changes có nghĩa là liều ấy, được không em? Reactionary, reactionary, strongly opposed to political or social change.
Reactionaries strongly oppose to political or social change. A reactionary.
Reactionary, reactionary.
Reactionary.
Okay, let's move on to this listening exercise. Okay, so you will listen to the audio and choose the correct answer, okay?
Listen to each conversation. Then, with a partner, complete the chart. Listen again if necessary to check your work or settle any disagreements. Conversation 1.
Number 1.
I'm completely against marriage. I don't think a piece of paper means anything.
What piece of paper are you talking about?
A marriage license. What good is it? Everyone today is getting divorced anyway. I think we should simply end the institution of marriage. Marriage is a thing of the past.
Those are pretty extreme ideas.
Conversation 2.
Okay, so what's your answer? What's your yeah? What's your idea? What's about his idea, his belief? What's wrong with it? Is it radical? Is it moderate?
Moderate.
Moderate.
No. No. Okay.
So,
Conservative.
what makes you think that his idea is moderate?
Không nghe gì rồi.
Thầy cũng không nghe em thề. Trời ơi, sorry. Ờ, thầy chờ thầy xíu em. Sorry em. Khổ quá. Nghe em. Nghe chưa em? Ok. Xin lỗi em, tôi cũng hiểu sau nay mạng bất thường nữa. Chứ bình thường vẫn dạy bình thường nè. Xin lỗi em. Tại vì ở kế bên nhà tôi đang có một cái quán nhậu nên tôi phải chui lên phòng tôi dạy á. Nên là lên đây mạng nó bất thường xí. Xin lỗi em. Okay, so what does he say? What do you think?
Khó để phân biệt đấy trời. Nhưng mà ai biết được ông ấy như nào.
So what does the woman who agrees with him say in return? What does the woman who agrees with him say in return?
Not extremely. Not extreme.
No, she did. She doesn't say nothing. She does say something about his opinion, his belief. Okay, so he thinks that today people are getting divorced. Yeah, a lot of people are getting divorced. So he thinks that we shouldn't get married. Yeah, we shouldn't go to ask the authority for the marriage certificate or something like that. Yeah. Okay, so what do you think about it? What if you marry somebody and then you don't have to go to ask the authority to give you something that proves that you and your husband are officially married? You know what I mean?
Được.
Khi
Em
bây
nói
giờ
gì vậy?
giờ á, nếu bây giờ em đi ra phường em giả sử giờ em lấy ai đó mà em không cần giấy kết hôn á, có vấn đề không?
Yes, support.
So what do you think about his idea, his opinion?
If he don't want to marry, that's okay. That's
He
okay.
still wants to get married, but he doesn't want to need the kind of paper that proves that he and his wife are married.
Um,
Mấy chủ đề này hơi mệt mệt hay em thông cảm.
okay. So I think no one will marry with him.
Thôi được rồi, em nghe lại thêm một lần nữa nè.
I'm
Thì đúng rồi,
completely
vì
against
không có giấy kết hôn thì ai thực kết hôn với ông
marriage.
trời?
Completely against marriage.
Listen again if necessary to check your work or settle any disagreements. Conversation 1.
I'm completely against marriage. I don't think a piece of paper means anything.
What piece of paper are you talking about?
A marriage license. What good is it? Everyone today is getting divorced anyway. I think we should simply end the institution of marriage. Marriage is a thing of the past.
Those are pretty extreme ideas.
Okay, so what does the woman say in return to respond for what he said? What does the woman say in response to what he said?
Extreme idea.
Extreme là gì em?
I don't know the meaning of the extreme.
You don't know? Really?
Mm.
Okay. I thought that you didn't hear that, but you hear. Actually, you heard it, but you still don't get it. Okay, extreme có nghĩa là cực đoan em. Cực đoan thì nãy mình học một chữ rồi, chữ cực đoan đó là chữ gì? Nó nói extreme, nhưng mà cái chữ mình học là gì?
Đoan hả?
Cực đoan.
Cực đoan thì là conservative.
Hồi nãy thầy nói là một cái marriage certificate đúng không? Nãy em có nhớ không? Ask the authority to give you a marriage certificate. Nhưng mà cái đó là thầy tự đặt ra thôi. Nhưng mà còn trong cái bài nói nó nói là cái gì? Marriage gì?
Marriage license.
Yeah, that's correct. Seems that your listening skills quite good, right? Okay, so just pay attention, please. Okay, so radical is the correct answer, okay?
Thực ra em vẫn chưa rõ nghĩa của mấy từ này đâu nha.
Từ nào? Radical có nghĩa là cực đoan em. Nó đưa ra những cái giải pháp nó rất là kiểu như thôi giờ vậy đi nha. Giờ người ta đang xài mạng xã hội đúng không? Để loan truyền mấy cái vấn đề gì đó, được chưa? Cái giờ thằng nào đó nó làm ra một cái luật, nó kêu là giờ tao cấm bọn bay xài điện thoại, thì đó gọi là cực đoan đó em. Extreme idea.
Okay.
Giống như Trung Quốc á, thì nó đập chùa á em, nó không cho thờ nữa, thì đó gọi là cực đoan đó. Thế lại mấy đứa kiểu vậy. Okay, so any question? Can we move on?
Năm cái từ này là biểu thị cái mức độ cực đoan giảm dần đấy đúng không?
Nè, nó đây nó ghi là complete luôn này. Complete change. Có nghĩa là ủng hộ 100%, nó phải thay đổi 180 độ. Chứ nó không có 90. Được không em? Liberal là 90. Liberal là 90, người ta vẫn coi trọng cái ý kiến của người khác, người ta muốn hòa nhập với người khác, được không em? Có nghĩa nữa, được không chứ? Tự do á, được chưa? Nó vừa ủng hộ ý kiến nó mà nó cũng ủng hộ ý kiến người khác luôn. Còn moderate là hợp lý, dễ hiểu, được chưa em? Sao?
Okay.
Trong đây á, thì nó có hai cái nó dễ lộn á, là một cái liberal với một cái moderate, được không em? Thì hai cái này nó hơi hơi giống kiểu là 90. Bọn nó 90 hợp lý, được chưa? Còn radical là 180. Được không? Thầy nói về em dễ hiểu không? Conservative có nghĩa là không thay đổi. Không thay đổi. Reactionary là cũng không thay đổi luôn. Conservative là nó theo cái cách mà ông bà nó đã làm như thế nào thì nó làm như đó. Còn reactionary là nó không thay đổi. Được không em? Vẫn đứng đâu thì đứng đó luôn, không thay đổi. Okay, so can we move on?
Conversation 2.
Well, you're finally old enough to vote, Marianne. Who are you going to vote for?
I'm going to vote for the Constitution Party.
The Constitution Party? Wow, is that a surprise? You're so young. Don't you want to see change? The Constitution Party just has the same old ideas election after election.
So, what's wrong with the same ideas? They're better than some of the new ones. I think it's safer to stick with policies that have been successful. If it isn't broke, don't fix it.
Conversation 3.
Okay, that's your answer. Khó quá hả em? Trời, vậy luôn hả trời? Ôi dạ, thầy không rõ là em nghe không được hay là em nghe rồi mà em lại không hiểu. Vậy thôi à? Em nghe được hết không? Trả lời thầy coi. Không nghe
Hết.
được, không nghe được hết. Ok, vậy giờ thầy cho em nghe lại thêm lần nữa.
Conversation 2.
Well, you're finally old enough to vote, Marianne. Who are you going to vote for?
I'm going to vote for the Constitution Party.
The Constitution Party? Wow, is that a surprise? You're so young. Don't you want to see change? The Constitution Party just has the same old ideas election after election.
So, what's wrong with the same ideas? They're better than some of the new ones. I think it's safer to stick with policies that have been successful. If it isn't broke, don't fix it.
Ok, nó nói là cái gì em? So what's your answer by the way?
So they talk about vote for somebody.
Yeah, and she said she wants to vote for the Constitutional Party. And what else? Why does she vote for that party? Why does she vote for that party?
The man said that is the old one. I'm not sure about
So they
what
just
they
use,
talk.
yeah, so they use the old idea, right?
Yeah.
When she thinks that these policies are pretty successful, so it's okay to go with the same old idea. Okay? So they are preferring to continue to do things they have been
Ủa, từ lúc đầu
done.
em nói vậy rồi mà. Em tưởng đáp án sai luôn đó. Em bảo là conservative. Đầu
Vậy là
tiên
do
luôn á.
mạng thầy á, chứ thầy không nghe được em nói cái gì hết.
Rồi
Do
em
mạng
tưởng là thầy bảo sai rồi em không biết là chọn cái nào nữa luôn. Ok, fine.
thầy không nghe được. Ok, sorry em. Mạng thầy có vấn đề em, sorry.
Conversation 3.
You know, I used to be afraid of change. I thought there was only one way to look at things, that the way we did things when I was young was the only way.
How have you changed?
Well, for instance, I used to think there should be certain roles for men and certain roles for women. Now I've come to think I was silly.
You mean you're turning out to be a radical in your old age?
Come on. I'm no radical, just more thoughtful. I'm not in favor of big changes, but a little change is good, especially when it makes people more free.
That sounds reasonable.
Okay, so what's your answer? Again, please. I can't hear you.